Hey everybody, it's Mandy from Mandy Jean Chic, and I wanted to do a review of the Maybelline Fit Foundation. This is the foundation that's in a stick form. I've heard their claims say best for oily and combination skin. I have dry skin, which I've told you guys a million times, but it is, since I've been using more of the hydrating mist, it's not as dry. So I had a gal who was watching one of my first impressions video ask me kind of what it was like for dry skin. So I thought I would do a review, because I've tried this for a week, different combinations, and I'll tell you guys kind of what I use that worked for my face. First off, let me tell you about my skin. I have dry skin, I have dry patches, I have redness. My normal foundation routine without this, just my normal, what I pull every morning, is a moisturizer and a primer. I like silicone primers in my foundation. And then I use a setting spray on top of that. In a powder sometimes too, but only in my T-zone. But anyways, so when I got this, I was like, this may or may not work for me. But I haven't saw many beauty vloggers review this that have dry skin or true dry skin. Because some people say they have dry skin, but they're like, oh, I get oily in the afternoon. I can get a little oily too sometimes, but I have true dry skin. The times when I can get oily in the afternoon, if you've heard me say that, is either one, I've been sweating a lot, which, can happen. And two, if I use a specific hydrating mist that I'm no longer using. So I have not been getting oily in the afternoon since I've quit using the hydrating mist. And changing how I use my setting spray too. So let me tell you how I use this and why I actually really like it. I actually am wearing it today. My color, I am an NW25 at MAC, and my color is buff beige. Teeny bit dark for me. Once I start losing my summer glow, it'll probably be too dark for me until spring. But how I use this. What I do in the morning is I wash my face every morning, obviously, and I do exfoliate my dry patches just because I want them gone for the day. I spray my Lush Aroma on top, or on my face, and I let that dry. I don't use a cream moisturizer anymore because my skin is less dry in the fall and winter than it is in the summer. And I've noticed a difference even with our weather, because right now it's rainy, that I don't need that extra moisturizer. But when I do put a moisturizer on. But I've tried this all week 4 different ways. The first way I tried this is I used the Youngblood Mineral Primer, which is silicone base, and just my Lush Aroma underneath. So I sprayed this on, let it dry, used my Youngblood silicone primer, put this on top. That's actually how I'm wearing it today because I like it the best. Loved it. Last all day. I did not get any shine, nothing. It was really nice. The coverage is nice. It blends well. You can build it up. Honestly, with this, I really don't even need a concealer. I just use concealer under my eye basically to brighten. So, loved how that worked. Second day, what I did was I sprayed my Aroma by Lush, because I swear by this stuff. Let it dry, and I did not use a primer. And I used this just by itself. When I used this by itself, my pores came out more. It was not as smooth. It still blended easy, and it was also still buildable, but it did look a little cakey. And I think that was because it was just sticking to the skin more rather than sticking to the primer. Did not like this without a primer. If you have pores, it totally made my pores look bigger and made them look like they stood out. So I do not recommend this if you have larger pores and you do not use a pore filler or a primer. The third day that I wore this, I went back to using the mineral silicone. Loved it again. This time, after I put it on, I set it with my NARS Light Reflecting Powder, and beautiful finish. I did not get oily. Oh, when I didn't wear this with a primer, I still didn't get oily. It just looked kind of cakey. On, what day was it? Thursday. I wore this with Benefit's Professional. loved it. Which, if you guys have used a professional, you do know that it's a little bit more creamier than a silicone primer. It fills your pores, and my face looked flawless. It looked really nice. I do get redness on my nose. I naturally have a jolly nose. This stick foundation covers it without me having to put concealer on. So, and I just build it up a little bit, and it looks really nice. On the Benefit Professional, the finish was beautiful. I did not get shiny. It lasted all day. I want to say I had it on for like almost 10 hours before I finally took my makeup off, and it looked nice. I did not have to powder anything. I just wore this by itself. The only thing I did was I used my MAC's Light Boost, and so I did kind of set that a little bit with my NARS reflecting powder, but the foundation looked really, really, really nice. So as far as this foundation goes, what I like about it and what I don't like about it. What I like about it is with a primer, it is beautiful. It blends well, it's buildable, it covers. Oh, something I forgot to tell you guys. When I tried it with my fingers, did not like blending it with my fingers. Did not think it worked. I tried it with my Sigma F80 brush, which is a flat top kabuki. Blended beautifully. And then I also tried it with a Real Techniques blending brush or buffing brush. Beautiful finish. Tried it with my beauty blender. Did not like it. I did not like the coverage. I thought it kind of looked like it made it look cakier. It did not give it a smooth finish. So how I would recommend using this product. I would recommend using this product with a pore filling primer if you have pores. If you don't have pores, just use a regular primer. I used both a cream base and a silicone base. They both worked well with this. They both blended well. I recommend once you put this on, you blend it out with a buffing brush or like a kabuki brush. I don't recommend using your beauty blender just because I didn't care for my finish. Now, if you use this with a beauty blender, let me know how you do it, because maybe I did it wrong. Maybe it was just how I was doing it and I used my beauty blender damp. I never use my beauty blender dry. It doesn't work for me. But that is how I used it. I also used it with finishing powders on top of it, which, you know, that can kind of get cakey sometimes. I never had an issue with shine with this at all. The shine you're seeing right now on my face, one, is just a reflection off the window, and two, it's just a highlighter. So this is really nice, and I want to say this is $5.99 or $8.99 at the drugstore. You get a lot of product, and this is, I've used this quite a bit. So you get quite a bit of product, and you would think, well, you know, it's not going to last very long. It actually really does. It's just a really nice foundation. This, I think, would be awesome for traveling, because you could just put it in your bag with your primer and your brush. Boom, your face is done. Because I don't think, if you have dry skin, you don't need to set this with a powder. The only reason why I use my NARS Light Reflecting Powder is just because it's like my holy grail. It's like the icing on my cake for me. Did I need it? No. But I used it, yeah. So, but that's how I would use it. I can't say how I would use it if I had oily skin. So what I'll do is I'll link the review from one of my friends, Christine G XOXO, below. She has oily and acne prone skin. Review down below, because she has a different skin type than I do, and you guys can watch her video and kind of see, you know, her impressions of it, because she's the one that actually made me want to buy this, because she had, you know, acne, and it covered her acne really well considering it was just a foundation. So that's kind of why I wanted to try it. And then two, I haven't saw many reviews on it from a beauty vlogger with dry skin. So that is my review. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it with a primer and a pore filler even better. So if you enjoyed my review of the Maybelline Fit Stick Foundation, please give this video a like. If you have any questions about this foundation, I will answer them the best that I can. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Bye!